Hey, women and girls, do you really want to know all the secrets you will never get a man to truthfully tell you? Do you want to know what he thinks about you, what he says about you to his buddies? I'm about to give you information that's going to make most men very angry at me. It's priceless, and every woman who hears this needs to tell every other woman and get this message around the globe. I have 70 plus mega viral videos on YouTube, and I hope for women's sake this will be another. I'm a very experienced man in this world. I have been married 30 years and have 3 children. I grew up with a house full of sisters and have 3 daughters, so I've always been protective of women. I was a serious jock in high school and college, as well as an intellectual. I was in the chess club and honor society as well. I spent 20 years with the U.S. Marines and traveled to 50 different countries. I'm now a Christian, but also I used to be far from it and hung around every type of guy and situation you could possibly imagine. So I have run the gamut, so I've got the background experience, corporate knowledge. Disclaimer: I know there are always exceptions to the rules, and some guys won't be like I'm about to describe to you, but they are the vast minority and are few and far between. Lastly, don't let the fact that a guy claims to be a Christian sway you either. Most men today claim to be Christians, believe it or not, but few of us actually live for God and bear the fruit of a Christian. So make sure you see Christian men acting like one that he claims to be. A lot of guys will tell you he's a Christian because he knows that's what girls want to hear. And just don't believe the hype, don't buy it. So with all that said, let's begin, shall we? Number one, most men will tell you anything to get you to have sex with them. Whether you're married, engaged, dating, or just met, he'll wine you and dine you, pretend to care about you, to care about what you're saying, even though the entire time he just wishes that you would just shut up and give him what he really wants. He knows that he may have to suffer through another bout of listening to stuff he could care less about, but as long as he feels you'll give him what he wants, he'll pretend to care about you and what you say the entire time for as long as it takes. And I apologize for reading, but I want to make sure I got all this down. I spent a lot of time writing this out for you. So here we go. Let's go ahead and go on to step number 2. Most men will tell all of his friends about the sex you have, how it was, and depending on your relationship, he will advise other guys to get with you as well. I don't care if it's in high school, if it's in college, around the water cooler at work, or in the military. Don't believe the hype when a guy tries to tell you that your sex life with him is private. He can't wait to go and tell everyone, every little detail, good and bad, about what you are doing in bed. Most men are pigs and are not loyal to you or truly respect you, no matter what they tell you. Number 3, most men will cheat on you in a heartbeat and lie through their teeth to cover it up. Most men I know or have known, married or single, will drop their pants at the drop of a hat with any girl who flirts with them, showing she's willing to have sex. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are or how this other woman looks, beautiful or anything else, he will have sex with her and then do everything in his power to cover it up. When I would go on deployments with the Marines, most of the married guys, their first stop when going to a different country would be to a brothel to have sex with a prostitute. Guys will justify it in their own mind, and it's just being a guy being a guy, and they won't think twice about doing it again. Once a cheater, most cheating men will never stop cheating, no matter what they tell you, no matter how much counseling they go through or how many times they beg you to forgive them. Number 4, most men think women are stupid. Most guys think women are the dumbest of the dumb. They love to play you for fools and believe they can tell you anything and get you to believe it. That's why most guys are afraid of women who are academics, because they don't think they can get over on them and are intimidated by them. Unless you're a true academic giant, most guys will play you like the old cartoons where you see a person walking and then they suddenly turn into a sucker stick. Number 5, most guys love it when girls move in with them. They get the milk for free, and they have no intention of ever buying the cow. As long as the sex keeps on coming, they'll stay with you. Many will even pretend to drop hints that they will eventually want to marry you. Most, of course, have no intention of doing this, but it helps them keep you giving them the only thing they truly want from you, sex. They have no motivation to marry you, and even if you have kids with them, they have no motivation to stay because they can just walk away. Number 6, no matter what you read in popular women's magazines, the lion's share of what almost all guys want from you is only sex, period. They could care less about most anything else as long as you're putting out. They dream about sex, think about it, talk about it in all their waking hours. And if you think you're punishing them by withholding them, think again. They'll find it somewhere else, be it from a live woman or through online pornography or other sources. Number 7, many men are always looking for an upgrade. I don't care how long you've been dating, engaged or married, or whatever your status, they will continually be looking for a younger or fitter version of you to replace you one day. They don't want to hear that you've had children, so you don't have the same figure you used to have, or that you're not as young as you used to be, even though they're old and also gaining weight. They don't care. They're looking for a newer and a better model to have sex with. Number 8, most men can't stand to hear you gab constantly and constantly talk to them. What you have to say to them is like running your fingernails across a chalkboard. That is, unless what you're saying is related to having sex with them. They will tell their friends how they hate to hear you constantly running your mouth and how they could care less about what you had to say. Most men don't have any feelings of guilt or take any responsibility for saying or doing hurtful things to you. They could care less about your feelings being hurt and will even tell their friends and mock you or make fun of you. The only time they care is if they think they will lose their free sex, and then most will have a fake makeup episode with you and even give you a phony apology so they can continue to have sex with you with little or no interruption, which is what's paramount to them. And again, I've heard them talking about it over and over and over again throughout the years. So, ladies, so now you know the facts. You can better be prepared to deal with men and to not let them take advantage of you. You now have a much more level playing field. I could go on, but I've covered the 9 most important ones that I can think of, ladies. I truly hope this video helps you and many others as well. It's very rare I do a video like this because my videos are 99.9% for my Christian ministries, telling people about Jesus. I just felt led to put this video out, and again, I hope it helps someone somewhere. So thanks for listening, and take care of yourselves, and best of luck. Bye.